इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानगुड़ से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत हैं पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Every day we bring exciting and high potential franchise business from across the industries. Over the past 27 years, Franchise India has proudly helped thousands of investors finding the right franchise business opportunity and successfully start their entrepreneurial journey. We Franchise India, as world's largest integrated franchise solution company, our role is to make sure your investment is safe by taking an informed decision and your journey from an investor to entrepreneur is smooth and successful. The objective of this webinar is to give you a direct opportunity to connect with the brand founders, the key stakeholders, understand the business opportunity in detail, and openly ask any sort of question which you may have related to franchise, growth, investment, etc. before you take the actual decision. In today's webinar, we will talk about a business opportunity with an early childhood education brand called Ivy Grove. Ivy Grove Early Child is an early childhood education brand that focuses on helping children become confident, curious, and ready for the future. It builds using global teaching method and a child-first approach, offering a learning experience that is much better than traditional preschool. The brand fills an important gap in early education by combining strong academics, clear learning outcomes, and a caring environment during the most important years of a children's growth. It is specially designed for modern urban families who want quality education with real value. This brand provides a well-designed space, trained teacher, and a system that ensure consistent quality and smooth operations. With a strong focus on innovation, trust, and the long-term impact, this brand is now looking for the franchise expansion all across India. And to talk more about this, I'm joined with the business head, Kamal Chabraji, along with my colleague, Atul Sharma, who is our channel partner. But before I invite Kamalji to talk more about the brand, the business opportunity, I would also like to inform all the viewers that you also have opportunity to connect to ask any sort of question which you would like to ask, anything related to the franchise. My request is to please keep on sharing your queries into the Q&A box, and we will take them up during the presentation. Now, may I request Kamal sir to take the lead? Let's get started. Let's start with a little bit of your introduction, little bit, the the brand, and then we will move on to the presentation part. Yeah, over to you, please.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Bharat. Good morning and rather good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kamal and I'm the business head for Ivy Grove Early Years. Um, as Bharat has already explained that this is an early childhood education brand, which we are bringing in India as of now. I would like to take this brand not just as a new brand in the market, but it's an evolution of the work which we have been doing for last 30 years. Ivy Grove is a part of a bigger, organization which is called Z Group. So we are running Z Media channels. We are running different education brands in India from, under the umbrella of Z Group. When it comes to education, I would inform that we are running many different brands. It's like we are also running Zika, which is the Institute of Creative Arts and Media Animations. We are running Kidsy, which is again a preschool for a different structure altogether. We are also running Mount Z schools, which are the formal schools, pan India, and we are one of the largest franchisors of all these brands. Pan India, we have more than 3,000 franchisees which we are running across different brands out there. And it's been 30 years of experience of operationalization, of setting the SOPs to ensure that the business success comes each time. So I would call ZLearn as the pioneer in the franchise business, education franchise business. Now, over 30 years, the way we have been working in the education industry, uh, we have evolved. We have evolved through different circumstances, through different needs of the child and the parent and our partners also who invest with us in these institutions. Now, for last 3 years post-COVID, we were actually working on something which right now we think India is ready for, and not just ready for, it is ripe. The market is very ripe right now, and we wanted to ensure that our founding partners become the most successful when they join us. Right now, we are bringing Ivy Grove Earliers to you as a premium early education brand, where we are going to service top 2 to 3% of the population. Reasons for servicing this population is mostly because they have the expectations, they have global exposure, they want more depth in the curriculum, they want more globally aligned curriculums, which helps the kids to grow into a global citizen, to work on their analytical skills, and so on. So this is how we have Ivy Grove in front of all of you. And I would also request each one of you to please keep on asking your questions. By the end of the session, we will ensure that we answer each of your questions, queries, so it helps you out to take the right decision in your journey as an entrepreneur and the edupreneur, which we have. I will take you, through a very small presentation, not a very detailed one, because I don't want to bore you out with the details, data, and all of it. I would request Mr. Bharat if we can present the screen.
You want me to present it?
Do you want me? I'll do that.
Yes, yeah, please.
Okay,
And
I'll do
also, also do let me know when would you like me to play the
that.
video?
Sure, I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope my screen is visible to
Yeah,
everyone.
visible.
Great. Uh, so this is Ivy Grove Early Years. We are not a new preschool brand. We are here to redefine the premium early childhood education in India. We feel as a company, we keep on doing a lot of research on the socio-economical backgrounds, on the demographies in India, pan India, and globally as well. And we feel that this is the best time to enter as a premium preschool brand in India, where parents are expecting much more than what is available right now in market for them. So we are not just an education company. We are a purpose-driven, future-ready learners, company where we are talking about how the learner of today will perform and will act in 2050. That is how we are thinking, and that is how the whole curriculum has been designed, which is globally aligned curriculum. I'll take you through the curriculum and everything also once we go ahead out there. But before that, I will also take you through the real growth engine, how the preschool market is doing, and how we are supposed to do maybe 5 to 10 years ahead as well. As of now, we are about $5 billion market in India, and forecast is about 11 billion by 2033. But that's not the real game. The game is when you look into the preschools which are working on the mass segment, which are working on 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 500 preschools, all those schools which are working for lower middle and the middle class parent income are growing at about 9.5%, whereas the premium segment of the education, which is very new also in India, is growing as of now is at 21%, which actually shows that parents do want to adopt to the premium education. It's only that we have a very, very underserving market as of now in India. Um, so parents' broken choice, which we keep on talking about, that top 2 to 3% of the parents who have more exposure, who have more expectations, they do not have a lot of options in the market. So what do? They go to the mass preschool chains. Unfortunately, they are not very, very satisfied out there. And trust me, we come from the organization who run one of the biggest brand in Asia in the mass preschool chain, which is known as Kidji in India, right? And we have a lot of parents who demand much better education, much better infrastructure, the globally exposed curriculum, which helps their kids to get into great schools ahead and develop their not just the cognitive and the linguistic skills, but also the decision making skills, the analytical skills, and also talking about the mindfulness. So when you bring depth into the curriculum, it becomes difficult when it comes to a mass preschool chains out there. But when you are taking care of, a very, very niche set of business, you can do all those things out there, right? Obviously, at a price, it is going to be high investment and high, results as well for you in terms of the, ROIs and the profit margins and the EBITDA margins as well out there. So right now, parents have only three choices. One is the mass preschool scenes, the international schools, which actually starts at grades 1 and onwards. Unfortunately, by grade 1, a child is already about 6 years. But psychologically, biologically, if you go ahead and read out the Harvard study research and other research for the child psychology, they talk about a child actually starts developing prenatal, the mind, the milestones of the child. They start developing prenatal. And for schooling, the right age is from 2 years to 8 years. The child is missing those good 4 years, very, very crucial 4 years before getting into an international schools. And as of now, even international schools do not have a pre-primary segregated curriculum out there, right? So the third option is the childcare units where parent ensures, okay, child is there only for a daycare, which is also entirely not right for the child. And unfortunately, parents are not that educated in terms of the child psychology. It actually harms the child out there. So we want to resolve all these problems, and that is how Ivy Grove comes in place, where we have created the right curriculum, we have created the enrichment programs, we have ensured that the teachers and everybody are up to those standards. The environment of the school is also up to those standards. So that's how Ivy Grove comes in to close in this gap and to ensure that the kids are also being taken care of, the parents are also satisfied, and the partners who invest in this project with us are also successfully running it, not just for the transactional reasons, but also from the long-term equity in the society. So it's not just the transactional, it's not just that somebody would invest, let's say, 1 CR in this and would earn about 3.5 CRs or 4 CR after 5 years or 10 years. It is more of a long-term equity in the community, which gives you a much bigger hold than just the money out there. And that is what we envision to build in India out there. We are building a community of partners, and that is how we are reaching out to all of you. Our mission, vision, and brand DNA. Mission is to ensure that we want to raise confident, curious, and compassionate lifelong learners. We want to ensure by our mission that we are creating thoughtfully designed spaces for child first global pedagogy. And our DNA, as I introduced the brand and the organization, that we are almost a 30-year-old company, and we are evolving. We kept on evolving all those 30 years, working, researching on the curriculums on the child psychology. So this is where we are. Our DNA is research. Our DNA is to ensure that we are working more and more on the child psychology to ensure that the child's development is not getting hindered in any case. We have, when we started working on this brand, we ensured that we are not going to create just a preschool. We wanted to create an ecosystem for the child, for the parent, for the partner, and for the teachers also. So this is not just a preschool brand. This is a complete ecosystem which involves the parents, the child, the partner, the teachers, and the tech adaptability throughout all the means out there and all the stages to ensure everything is running seamlessly out there. So, when we talk about all of it, the soul of the brand is the curriculum, the global curriculum, which we have brought in. We have been working with a lot of research institutes in Finland and in Geneva as well. And Geneva is the place where the first international school back 150 years back started. So we started our research from there because they have evolved the most, if I would say. They started the first day one and they are still there. And we have been working with them. We have been doing a lot of research on the child psychology and the development part, and not just for the child, but also for the parents. It is very, very important that parents also do ensure, parents also do work on all of it, and we are ensuring all of it. That parent knows how we take care of all of it. This is the website, and I would want all of you to please go ahead and, once work, after this call, go ahead and, check out our website also. It will help you out and understanding how the whole curriculum, the global pedagogy, we call it silent pedagogy, works in the schools as well. Our target audience, when it comes to the parent, we are talking about the dual income professionals. We are talking about globally exposed parents. We're talking about people who, prefer the lifestyle choices instead of just savings out there. We are talking about the parents who are seeking the best in class educational experiences, not just the books, but the experiences, the, the way child is going to adapt to all of it, and who are also willing to pay for a premium safety in the outcomes out there. So what do we offer? We offer the integrated designs for the preschools. We offer the IB Academy for our teachers, center heads, and the partners also. Each one will be certified, IB certified from us, and we will ensure that they work on different levels with us in future as well. And obviously, it's a premium brand, which is going to become a scalable brand as well for you, given the expertise of 30 years which we carry. along with us. The requirement is very simple. We would want 3,000 to 5,000 square feet. This brand is only for tier one in the metro cities. We are going to work in Delhi, NCR, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata. These are the first cities which we are actually going to look after. Slowly and gradually, the whole plan is to ensure that we will be opening these schools in 20 top 20 cities in India, and we do not want to open more than 150 to 200 schools. We want to ensure that it has an exclusivity throughout the parents. We don't want to take it to 2000, 3000 out there. We want to make sure that you have, as a partner, you have the exclusivity of the brand, and the ROIs are also on a greater high. The investment comes around 85 lakhs to 95 lakhs. When we talk about the working capitals and everything, it's about 1 CR investment. Your break even comes about 14 to 18 months, and your full payback period is about 35, 30 to 34 months out there. We run three different programs out there. One is the core preschool, then the extended daycares, and the enrichment hubs, which are the evening classes, which also involves your cognitive, your linguistic skills, also involves your different languages like Spanish, French, and Mandarin as well. So we are going to introduce the basics of those to the kids who are coming to our school, and to ensure that they have much bigger, the more languages a child learns at a smaller age, at a younger age, the better cognitive skills are also being built out there. So we ensure that 2 to 3 different languages are there where a child is also being exposed to out there. So we are here to bridge the gap for the premium segment of the parents who do not have a lot of choices. So that is why the demand and supply gap is way too high. We are working on 2.5x faster growth in premium school segment. The ROIs are about 30 to 40%. The internal rate of returns are about 26 to 28%, which are proven and which are very well in a stable format, if I would say. We have a proven foundation backed by 3 decades of expertise and the global standards, and the legacy and the long-term community impact, which we have created for ourselves and which we want to create for all of our partners as well in their specific locations out there. The franchise support matrix, which we are going to look after, is will help you out in the infrastructure, the setups, the project work, everything. We will ensure that we will help you out at every point. Your academics and the curriculum trainings, your day-to-day operationalization in terms of the academics, we will ensure that we take care of all those things. Your educator development and guidance, the IV academy, which we had shown you earlier, we are working on that. We are also working on the real estate and the regulatory compliance. Wherever you would require our help, we will be there with you as a brand. Your day-to-day operational support, how to run schools, the marketing, the operationalization of the school from, let's say, morning 8 o'clock to evening 8 o'clock. The whole SOPs are already there to help you out, to ensure that we are making the maximum efficiency each day out there. Your school designs and learning spaces, though we have mentioned the infrastructure and setup on the top, but school design and learning spaces are entirely different. The moment we put this, we ensure that we are creating an environment which is acting as a third teacher to your child. So it is not just the brick and mortar, this is the whole environment which we are talking about. So the whole support matrix which we have shown here is something which we will be offering to each of our founding partners out there. Now, why partner with Ivy Grove? I will skip this because I would want you guys to ask these questions in the chat so that we can answer you better out there. So purpose plus profitability. We are not looking for partners who are only looking for transactions. We are also going to be very, very choosy when it comes to the partners, because we want to ensure that the whole premium segment comes up with the right purpose, not just the transactional purpose out there. If we are ready to create a long-term impact, if we are ready to create a long-term value in the community, along with obviously the money which we want to make, everybody wants to make. If we are ready to align with the brand, with the premiumness and the niche of the brand, you all are welcome, and we will be able to help you out and answer each and every questions which you guys have. So this is the presentation which I have today for you guys. I would request Bharat, post this, please, share the video also with all the, partners out here. And we will ensure that, you know, if there are any questions, we will take that later.
Sure. So in case if anyone would like to ask any question, you can start putting it into the Q&A or the chat. Meanwhile, let me also take this opportunity to play a video which probably will give you, the holistic picture of the kind of school going to happen, right? Is that okay, Kamalji?
Yeah,
Should
yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Right.
Okay, so I'll also would like to share about this video, the infrastructure which you are able to see out here. This infrastructure, if you'll see, each and every class has different design. These are not just the designs; these are the stories which are being articulated in each and every learning space of the school. And all these stories are also inculcated in our curriculum. So the whole curriculum is weaved around the stories. I could see that we have one question here by Miss Anjali Singh, that how would you share the uniqueness of the curriculum with an example? So, ma'am, the whole experience, if I would talk about the curriculum is not just the books out here. It is the experience which we create for the child, the exposure, the curiosity for the child to ask questions. So, when we are creating and when we were creating 3 years back this whole curriculum, one thing which was there on our mind was what should we actually create? Should we create a curriculum which should help a child to answer the question correctly? Or should it help a child to ask the right question? There's a difference out there. So we chose a separate, direction. We chose how to ask the right question instead of how to answer correctly for a question out there. The whole curriculum out here, we have taken, as I was also explaining earlier, that, the whole research goes not just from India, it goes way beyond Finland and the Geneva out there, and also Italy with Reggio Emilia. We have been doing a lot of research projects with them, and this is how we have been creating the curriculum. So, number one, this is not an imported curriculum. This is not something which we have brought in from some country and adapted for India. This is not at all that way. This is a pure research as for the child psychology. We are, being the kind of brand and the organization structure which we have. Um, we have been working with so many different countries. We have been working with the Canadian Education companies as well. We are working with the Finland, we are working with the Reggio Emilia in Italy. We are ensuring that what is right for the child in terms of their development, how can we impact their psychology, how they are going to react to the situations in the life. So we are working, the whole curriculum is working basis on that. The whole curriculum is also weaved around the storytelling, where our children are focused, and also, they emphasize on asking the questions. So if you would have seen all the classrooms out there, you would have seen some stories running around this, articulation when it comes to the infrastructure designs out there. When there was a classroom called playgroup out there where the fledglings are actually flying away from their nest. It is the first time where a child goes out from the house, and that's a separation anxiety which we are talking about, and it is the most critical moment for the child. So the whole curriculum and everything is is actually around that, so that the child feels much more comfortable and understand the day-to-day challenges as well. So this is not just an imported curriculum, essentially, if that is what you would have wanted.
Right. Thanks so much. So yeah, I would like to inform everyone that in case if you would like to ask any question, as Anjali did, you also can put your queries into the Q&A. However, in case if you look into the overall opportunity, I think India is entering the new era of early education, where parents are no longer just looking for the preschool, but a refined, high quality learning environment that builds a strong foundation of life. In urban India, also, a growing segment of well informed, aspirational parents is actively seeking premium early education experiences that combines the global standard, the safety, the meaningful learning outcome, as Kamalji was talking about. And this particular shift is creating a powerful opportunity for brands like Ivy Grove early years. Um, Apart from that, we also have a lot of reason. I mean, people now have more, you know, rising disposable income in urban households, increasing number of working professionals and nuclear families, with the high awareness of the importance of early brain development, preferences
So
for quality.
I'll just say all these things, Mr. Bharat, is more of the transactions, where
Correct.
how do we get the business in India? And I think you're very right about how you're explaining it to all the partners, all the attendees out here.
Mhm.
When we are trying to achieve something, when we are actually trying to give much more depth to the curriculum, to the environment for the child out there. It is impossible to give it without investing much in the environment and everything,
True.
and which also prompts a partner to charge higher. And I'm very sure that people who are sitting here must have seen preschools charging beyond 2 lakhs, even 3 lakhs. I've seen preschools in Gurgaon, Bangalore charging 5.5 lakh rupees per annum as well. And it is purely because of the environment which they have been able to give. I'm very sure that environment which they are giving is more of the infrastructural, but the environment which we are offering is not just the infrastructural, that also weaves all your curriculum around out there, which helps a child to develop and achieve their milestones very, very easily out there. I would want each and every partner to think about when they get into a preschool business or any education business, what all reasons are there for them to enter into this business, right? One would be the money, but money is always secondary. The first is the purpose, which I would want each one of them to find. Once we have the right purpose, I think we can connect and we can talk about the whole investment portfolios of how your 1 CR will get into distributed into the franchise piece, and all the your material and the procurement part, which we will obviously help each and every partner out there. But first, we would want to ensure that all of our partners needs to understand the purpose as well behind starting the school out there.
Yeah, true. In fact, I really liked it as you said that we help a child encourage, asking good question, right? So that is absolutely fantastic, right? So, I mean, this brand is redefining, focusing more on child-centric method to give them a stimulation of their mind, encouraging the independent thinking, build confidence naturally, which comes naturally, and also focuses on holistic development. So I think that is what I probably I found it. Also, as we saw the video, the school design is absolutely it is thoughtfully designed, right, with the premium spaces. So it is safe, aesthetically designed environment. The child first infrastructure where focus is on, you know, as per, specifically for the children. They will ensure the calm, engaging, and the inspiring kind of classroom. That is what you're gonna get. Apart from that, well-trained educators, consistent teaching standard, and the clear learning outcomes for the parent. So overall, if you look into this, the value proposition, I think it can be a great opportunity. Those who want to go, looking for the preschool, a premium preschool in your city or area, of course, you can go for this. You can get in touch with us. The number I have shared already in the chat box. Also, I would request Atulji to share your number also. So in case Atulji is our channel partner from Madhya Pradesh. So in case if any one of you have also joined from that location, you are requested to get in touch with him. I mean, based on your experience, Kamalji, what do you think? Which all cities you're focusing more right now, or you find the good opportunity?
We are looking for tier one cities and the metro cities mainly. Given the experience which we have, we understand that a lot of parents are actually residing in the urban areas, and mostly who are willing to pay more are in tier one and tier one cities and the metro cities of India. Initially, we would expand our schools in tier one cities in the metros, um, and after that, we would look for other cities. As I said and mentioned earlier, we are looking for 6 to 7 cities right now, and we will expand it to 20 cities in coming 4 to 5 years.
Right. Also, would you like to talk about this silent learning framework?
Okay, so silent pedagogy is technically, it's more of an invisible learning, right? So when we talk about the curriculums, when we talk about parents and even the partners and the teachers, they actually look into the books. But we are not talking about just books. Books are there, the projects are there, the experiential learning is there. But what about the invisible learning where the child is learning from the environment, from the whole, the way teachers are behaving, the way the whole environment is also acting, in the school and contributing in the child's learning. That's called the invisible learning.
Hmm.
It happens in the subconscious of each and every human being. I'll give you just one example, and I think we have about 27, 28 partners here, attendees here, and we have 3 panelists over here. Whenever there is a crunch situation in our life, how do we take decision? Do we really go and create an Excel sheet and create a decision? No, we go with the gut feel. This is what most of the people talk about, right? But that's not the gut feel. That's the subconscious, what we all have learned through the experiences of our life. That's called wisdom, right? So even we talk about global pedagogy is meeting the Eastern wisdom. Eastern wisdom is us. We have been the most cultural, traditional, diverse country, along with different countries in the east part of the globe out there. So the more bigger civilization would have better wisdom out there. So we are talking about the subconscious learning about it, right? 95% of the decision and this is the research and the psychology says, 95% of the decision of human beings are made based on the wisdom and their subconscious learning. So how do you impact that subconscious learning in the child is more important. And the whole curriculum pedagogy, apart from the experiential and the other basic language, cognitive skills, and the other skills which a child would need, the analytical decision making skills, how do you impact the subconscious mind of the child, where a child is going to learn things and take decisions basis on that in the future as well? So this
Mhm.
is the silent pedagogy. This is the invisible learning as well.
And also, if I ask you, a few points, three, 4 points, which makes you different from the existing premium preschools brands in India.
One, there are not much premium brands. If there are also, they're mostly like imported pedagogies coming from some country and then they're trying to adapt it in country in India. Whereas our curriculum is pure, it has been created based on the child psychology and the research studies and what we have been doing over 30 years as well. And it's not something that it's a new brand which is coming in the market. We already have our international school in BKC Mumbai, which is Mount Litera School International out there. So we have been running our pilot projects out there with the curriculum, and we have seen some beautiful results. That school is an IB school, core IB school. Unfortunately, IB didn't had the early years program out there, so we created it out there, and it has shown tremendous results, and that is how the way we saw the results, the way we saw our kids working, we thought this should go beyond Mount Litera School International, and that's how Ivy Grove early years came in. So it is the well researched and well tested curriculum, I would say. The design part as well is also supporting the whole curriculum and the pedagogy which we are bringing. So, unfortunately, I don't have a lot to compare to other different brands because it's entirely different.
Got it. And also, what is the ideal catchment area and the target audience profile according to
Uh,
you?
so, ideal catchment area is where you have more dual income and the business class segment which are residing. Um, I would say, obviously, it is going to be an affluential area where parents will be able to afford 2 lakhs and beyond fee structure, where annual household income would be beyond 60 lakh rupees per annum. So all those areas are great areas for us to start a school and make it much more successful.
Right. Atulji, any question you would like to ask from your side?
No, right now I don't have. What is the student capacity of per unit?
120 is the capacity which we have
We can
we
call
have
that
kept it.
80 to 120.
Yeah, it's 90 to 100 is the average which we would want. We would not even want our partners to go for 120. 80
Okay.
to 100 is a very, very ideal situation where your financials are also very, very lucrative. Plus, you're able to give a better, environment to the child. Our ratios are also 1:8, and it's not, child is to adults. It is teacher is to child. So it is 1:8, which do not actually talk about the maids and all. If I'll calculate the maid, our average ratio would go 1:4, which nobody in the industry right now dares to match, if I would say.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. And also, what is your planning to ensure the same quality, and the
Uh,
consistency?
so we have, as I said, Bharat, the kind of experience which we have, we already have a lot of SOPs. Obviously, we have created much better SOPs for Ivy Grow. We have also launched our Ivy Academy, where people from different Ivy leagues in the early childhood would come and also train our staff, the teachers out there. And we will ensure that all those trainings are being done by us without any cost. This is not just going to be any trainer coming and training your teachers. It is going to be much more of an international standards where we will be certifying each and every teacher and even the partner who are joining us with the brand out there. Apart from that, your basic SOPs are there, your tech-enabled, AI-enabled, ERP systems are also there, which are also going to help you to not just put the data, I would say. It is also going to help you to analyze the whole business. How can you earn more? How can you ensure that this efficiency, the daily efficiency can be increased? So we have ensured all of it.
All right. Okay, so I think that's it for the day. I think it is. I understand that a lot of you may have a lot of other questions that you would like to discuss in detail. But I think for that you can connect with us separately. Either you can call on those number which I shared. It is 9717683838, or you can also connect with Atul sir for further queries. So I think that's it for the day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. See you tomorrow once again with a new brand, and we'll explore another business opportunity. Till then, take care. Have a nice day. Thank you so much, Kamal sir, for coming here today.
Thank you,
I
Bharat.
really